To borrow a phrase from Monty Python, and now for something completely different. Today, instead of the usual Today's Tarot Companion video, since we didn't do an interactive video this past weekend, thought we'd do something a little different, a little special for you. This is going to demonstrate two things. First, it'll show the yes or no card layout, which is a load of fun to do, either just for entertainment, kicks and giggles, or to ask a more serious but very, very, very focused yes or no question, just like the name implies. Also, I'm using playing cards today instead of the tarot cards. The word cardomancy means using any type of card or paper like this to do an intuitive reading. Over time, it's come to mean the modern playing deck more than other card decks because people are more familiar with Oracle decks, Lenormand Tarot, Rider-Waite Tarot, the Pamela Smith artwork, all that. It has more specific names, so we don't need the more generic name cardomancy anymore. Like I said, over time, cardomancy has come to refer more to the playing deck than its older version of just referring to any card reading. But in any case, this is just a generic game-playing deck that I probably picked up at the dollar store or something for like 50 cents or whatever. For the yes or no layout specifically, you shuffle the card deck and then you deal the cards out into 3 stacks of 13 cards each. Why 3? Because you need an uneven number. You need an odd number because this is predicated on a majority reading of the ace cards that turn up. Since there's only 4 suits in the deck, we need an odd number less than 4, hence 3. That's also why Oracle decks that don't have repeating cards aren't well suited to this. You can't use an Oracle deck for a yes or no layout like this. You need something with 4 suits, a set of 4 aces, a set of a certain number of a certain type of card. Like I said, this is predicated on the aces. Need an uneven number less than 4 because there's only 4 aces. You don't want an even split. That would make it harder to read. So both the RWS Tarot and normal playing cards are very well suited to this particular layout. It's also a fun entertainment layout. I'll do this often when I'm doing a fortune teller booth sort of setup, just to get my hands moving, get the cards moving, attract people's attention so that, the booth is there and they're welcome to come over and start to get readings. I've already shuffled this deck. It's a fairly new deck, so I don't know how randomized it might actually be, but let's take a look. Like I said, we're going to deal the deck into 3 different stacks. There's 2 ways you can do that. You can start with 1 stack and count all the way up to 13, or you can do all 3 stacks at once, like 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, and so forth. I prefer the latter method. No reason why, just tends to work out that way. So 1, 1, 1. Now here we have a really good example of when to stop stacking. Like I said, the answer is predicated on the aces. So whenever you reach an ace in one of your stacks, if you get to an ace before you get to 13, you stop and let that ace stand as is. So we're going to just leave this as is and continue to work with these 2 piles. So 2, 2, 3, 3. Jokers, leave them in, take them out, your choice. 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7. Got an ace, so we're going to leave that one stand. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. Why 13? No reason that I know of. It's just the way I was taught. Sounded good to me, so I stick with it. Pick any number you like. Just stick with it continuously as you use this layout. That way it'll kind of set the energy in your mind and make that communication pathway. Now, I said earlier it was predicated on the aces. How do we do that? If you have 3 cards and the majority are aces, 2 of them or 3 of them, that's considered a yes answer. I add to that, when you read I Ching coins, there's a thing called a changing line. It's based on yin and yang theory. It's based on Taoist philosophy. I'm into that, as you can probably guess from the name of my shop. But if you have something that's at the peak, ready to tip, it can tip over into its opposite. So anytime I see 3 aces, which isn't often, I read that as yes, but changing. Yes, but it could possibly very easily tip over into a no. So if yes is the answer you're looking for, pay attention to it, care for it. It's on a tipping point. It could easily slip into the direction you don't want to go. If the answer yes is one you didn't want to hear, then 3 aces is also good news. That tipping point means you can nudge it into your more favorable, more desired answer. So 3 aces is a very definite yes, but it's so definite it could tip. In this case, we see 2 aces, which is a maybe but leaning yes. Still yes, but it's not as full, not as ready to tip over into a no. It's a little more solid in some cases than 3 ace answer yes, but still some wiggle room. Still might not be. Again, this is always just guidance, never ever a definite prediction, because things are so fluid and so changeable. This lets you know that things are definitely headed in a yes direction, but there's still some possibility for things to change into the no direction. The same is true for non-aces. Like if you only get 1 ace, then that means that the negative is in the majority. So you would read 1 ace and 2 non-ace cards as a maybe leaning no. So there's still the possibility of whatever the yes part of your yes or no question happening, but it's a lot less likely. Still some wiggle room. You can nudge it over in the yes direction, but things are definitely headed in more of a no direction. So for example, if we ask something silly like, should I have poached eggs for breakfast? And you got 3 aces, then yes, definitely you should have poached eggs for breakfast. Maybe you need the protein. Maybe you need the biotin. Maybe you need some nutrient that's in the eggs. But, on the other hand, if you overdo the eggs, it might tip over into being an unhealthy thing. If we have 2 aces, then yes, definitely, eat your eggs. Probably not going to have a problem with it. It's not as likely to tip into a problem, but yeah, go for it. In this case, maybe leaning no. Maybe you have high cholesterol and eggs aren't the best thing for your diet. Maybe you should not do that. But you still need the protein, so there's a little wiggle room to yes. If there were no aces at all, then that's a definite no, but again, it's at a tipping point. It's like a changing line in the I Ching. Once again, just like the 3 aces being a definite yes, but so full of itself, it's able to tip over into a no. If you get no aces showing, then again, that's such a full weighted no that it's able to be nudged over into the yes column. It's able to tip over on its own into the yes column more easily than the maybe leaning sort of answer. So 3 aces, definite yes, but changeable. 2 aces, maybe leaning yes, a little more stable and definite, would be harder to change into its opposite. 1 ace is maybe leaning no. Again, a little more stable, harder to change over into its opposite. Definitely headed in that no direction instead of definitely headed in the yes direction. And no aces at all. Again, a definite no, but changeable, able to be nudged in the other direction. So those are your 4 possible answers from your 3 stacks of cards. And that's just a little demonstration for today using cartomancy, which means any intuitive reading with a deck of cards. But most often when you hear the word cartomancy used, it means using the modern playing deck for an intuitive reading like we've done here. On my Etsy shop, I have this exact reading available, both in a series of 1 and a series of 3. So if you have any questions about how to use this layout, feel free to contact me there, order a reading for your own use, or more about this on the blog. And as always, the blog link will be in the description below. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you'll like, share, sub, all that good YouTube stuff. Please do subscribe to the YouTube channel if you want to see more videos, or subscribe to the blog. It's free, and you get all of the content, all of the YouTube videos, plus the print-only content as well. So, like I said, links are below, and I will see you guys on the print side. Have a good week. Bye-bye.